This is a Microsoft meeting about. This is the Microsoft team meeting for my college course, and today we will be discussing ideas that we have for music video. All right. So who wants to go first?
Well, the video is clearly about a relationship which ended, and I think it has a strong message of guilt and not being able to let go or accept who they were fully. So I think if we make a music video to it, we should show some sort of duality and how regret can create such repetitive negative thinking.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Yeah, I agree.
Not that I think. Maybe we could maybe for actually the music video, because on the original it's kind of just showing her sitting there with people stamping broken hearts onto her. But if we if we try to recreate it, I suppose we could always try to go for more of a narrative. So instead of showing anyone actually singing along, we just show a story of these two characters that we see in the lyrics.
Definitely.
Yeah, I thought it was about a breakup or something as well. I wasn't quite sure.
I think it was about dissociating, because I don't know. She just seemed uninterested in whatever everyone else did around her.
Mm-hmm.
And she couldn't stop thinking of this other person because she kept saying how she didn't know. I know I did it to myself. I believe she kept saying.
Yeah.
That's like a catchy chorus that she deliberately put because it would attract more audience.
Well, no, it's more like in the chorus it kind of just repeats those same words because it kind of shows how the thoughts just kind of run, the same thoughts just kind of run over and over again in her head. And as you kind of notice at the beginning of the song, it sort of very slowly builds up that repetitive nature. Because it starts in the pre-chorus and it's very small, and then it gets really repetitive until the last chorus where it has the bridge, which is repetitive as well.
Yeah.
So it kind of just shows that the longer she's away from them, it doesn't get better, and she's not getting over it. Her thoughts just get worse, and she blames herself more. I think that's what it's trying to show.
Yeah. Because it says I forget, it says something like, I feel like I let down to not be your friend now.
Yeah.
So,
It also says you said I feel like that, and then had that. So it kind of shows that whoever they broke up with probably feels the same way.
Yeah.
She also said that she's starting to talk like that person, which means like she became attached to the person, and she kind of like had like a similar personality, and that just shows like how she's just trying to portray her emotions out to her audience.
It kind of shows that she was that this person influenced her so much, and the fact that they're split apart now, she hates that fact.
And she can't live with it.
Yeah. And I think because also at one point she talks about how there's two sides of them and how she only loved one half and I think she kind of neglects the other half. Because what I think it's saying happened is that what I think it's saying happened is that this person who she loved kind of talked to her about something that he probably did in his past, and she doesn't accept that, so she tried to distance herself away from him, and it just ended in her regretting it and missing them.
And pretty much to explain that point further, so I think the quote was, I fell in love with your personality, which was split into two. So like for one part of the personality,
your personality split into, I fell in love with half of you.
Yeah, she fell in love with one half, and she didn't expect the other one to kind of take her away.
Yeah, and it says also, when you told me what you went through, I couldn't brush it off, so the other person went through a lot. and she couldn't just forget about it.
Yep.
I think she was guilt tripped into it, saying that it's her fault, but it wasn't.
I don't think that's
Yeah.
guilt tripping. I think that's more of just her blaming herself because she
Because
she thinks it's all her fault.
in the lyrics it
Word up.
said that they said to answer honestly, but she chose option B.
Yeah,
So she
option
wasn't saying the
option
truth,
B was
and she was
option B
saying,
was to move away. I think because the choice that she's made was to distance herself because it says I lost you and you lost me. So the decision that she made was to move away, and I think that's what option B was. So option A would have been to stay and accept it. Option B would have been to distance herself away from it. So B, which is another reason why I think the song is singing about how this partner told her something that she didn't accept, and so she made the decision to not have to do anything to do with them anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely agree with all that information, really, because when I was listening to the song, it's either described as either a boyfriend or a girlfriend breaking up, but also it could be interpreted as like two close friends who have known each other for a long time, but unfortunately one of them is going like on a dark path, which unfortunately leads to them coming split up a bit, because which means it can be interpreted either as a breakup song for a relationship or a friendship, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of mixed in that because it says about friends, but then it also says about an empty bed and wishing they were there with them on a walk, which is a very relationship thing.
Yeah, the first line is I woke up to an empty bed, and then if you read further down where the pre-chorus is, it says I feel like a letdown to not be your friend now.
Kind of an emotional song overall. I'll put it in that category.
Yeah, so it is an emotional song, I think.
Yeah.
So
Oh god.
alright, anybody else got anything else to say about it?
Can I just interject? If you can kind of pinpoint now some specific things you think could be included on screen. So what would you see? What kind of scenarios could you imagine using? Are you going to have performance? If so, who performing? Where? And in terms of storyline, who would you see? What would you see them doing? So if you can start to pin that down, it'll give you a bit more focus.
Two things that I think it should definitely show is when they split apart and also flashbacks of what this person did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of blame in the song.
Definitely towards one person.
Yeah.
Talking about the same person.
She's blaming
She
herself.
once fell in love with him. She also is blaming herself.
Yeah.
What I've written down is that some of these, while I was listening to this, I was basically thinking like what kind of shot types we can use and how they can be used in these specific scenarios. So what I'm thinking is that maybe for like the pre-bridge part of the video, we could possibly film like in a dark room, like maybe the TV studio, and like have only one like white bright color over the person and be filmed like in a high angle shot just to show how she's feels guilt, shows her guilt and stuff like that. You know, all the pressure she's going on over this, what has happened to her and her friend or her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Just write that down.
Anyone have anything to add on?
On the last line it says I lost you and you lost me, so meaning they both were affected by whatever happened.
Then what?
We won't behave, we're recording this.
Exactly.
Okay, please
Be
stop making
appropriate.
noises. Please stop making noises, Farhad. I'd appreciate it.
I'm not doing anything. Trying to get this work done.
Please, I beg you stop.
But anyways, anyone's got anything to say? Any more quotes or anything?
I'm just trying to think of how the cinematography could go about. I like the idea of a dark room for like the pre-bridge because those bridges are just I think it's just that ultimate point of dwelling before the chorus where she kind of lashes it out. Just trying to think of how the end could go though, with just showing two people drifting apart.
Yeah.
Could show something with that. Could show something like them walking away, or maybe them holding hands and them slowly letting go of their hands, or something like that.
Yeah, because it says I lost
That
you.
sounds like a good idea.
Yes. Oh.
Remember as well, you've got the TV studio as well if you want to utilise.
Yeah, we said about that.
Also, I thought it was quite interesting. I did it to myself. It's about the idea of someone having things done to them. So you could take it in quite an abstract way of having someone kind of centre frame that as permanently centre frame and things happening to them while they're performing it. I'd be interested to know, you know, what type of performance, how you see this being performed. Do you see a band? Do you see a single singer?
I see two.
And then where they're going to be. But on the theme of I did it to myself, or people doing things to other people, think in terms of what do people have done to them. So they have medical treatment done to them, they have hair cuts supplied, beauty treatments, or you know, tattoo.
Well, it's like she did the she did this mental pain to herself. I don't know if we should take that literally and show her hurting herself or something like that.
I think that's a bit far.
Yeah.
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 That's a little bit too far.
It's kind of a brighter tune than that, I think, in terms of the kind of style of the music. But try and have a think about what you'll see on the screen and what the storyline is and what the performance looks like, and then you need to discuss roles. So bear in mind you need to decide who is going to be your director, your producer, who's going to be your camera op, who's going to be your lighting and location person, and what was the other role? I divided it into lighting and location manager, and then the last one is costumes, props and talent coordinator. So decide who is doing what.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just observing still.
So what do you guys want to be?
I want to film.
You'll be a camera.
You film as well. I really want to boost like my confidence in filming, so I feel like I want to take that role. Usually I don't get chances to.
I wonder why.
But yeah.
So, Toya, but you want to be the camera operator?
Mhm.
Wait, there can be two, right?
No.
Well, we gotta make sure that. Well, we got at least about five roles for.
Oh yeah. Then I'll
Yeah.
be director or something. I don't
Well,
mind. Really up to you guys, but I'm just giving suggestions here. You
I
know.
mean, you're the main one talking here, Lewis. Who do you think should be? Who do you think people should be?
all right. Well, Farhad, you definitely want to do something with like the cameras.
Yeah, because I want to
So
boost my knowledge on that.
yeah, exactly. So I think this can definitely be a challenge for you. So I think you could possibly be the director of this. You could be like the one who comes up with like what kind of shot types we can use like for this specific
Yeah.
part, and like and Toiba, you can definitely be the camera operator because you could figure out where exactly you want to like do what kind of shot types you want to use, and you and Faha can collaborate on that really. Alright, and let's see what else we got. I think I can possibly be the. I don't know if I don't. I don't know if I want to do the lighting and location play because it's good. It sounds like it's going to be a much difficult job for me to work on, really. So I don't want to do that. But maybe
I'm afraid that, yeah, those two roles go together. They're linked.
yeah,
Okay.
Which one?
lighting and location manager.
Oh, okay.
What were
Okay.
the other roles?
Yeah,
The
what roles?
the the other roles are producer, lighting, and location manager, and the last one are props, costumes, and talent coordinators. So that basically you would have to find out who exactly we would bring into these, who would play these certain characters. Really, like try to find out who would be best for these roles. You
I
know,
think you'd be good for that.
Yeah.
the last one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'll put myself down for that. I definitely don't mind doing it, and I can definitely come up with some ideas of how we can, like, once we come up with like the shot types, I can actually picture it and see whether or not we might need, like, what the costumes look like and whether or not we need props and stuff. So I'll definitely put myself down for that.
What would Luke be good for?
That's a good question.
Exactly. We need to get into the rest of this.
Yeah.
Who goes outside more?
Hmm. What are the other options that we have left?
Well, the two options that we have left are producer and lighting and location manager, and
Can I do the lighting one?
are you are you sure? Because it will.
Sure,
Are you, are you sure about that, Luke? Do you want to take on the
100%
lighting role?
sure.
Wait, what is
'Cause
it? What is the lighting role?
basically, all you gotta do is just figure out how exactly you want it to look to make sure
Yeah.
it's exactly how it does and where exactly we're
Show
gonna
us
be
all the
filming that
angles.
stuff. Making sure to come up with like the location sheets and stuff like that, you know?
Oh, okay. And what was the other role?
Producer. Basically just trying to come up with the whole gist of it. Like basically you're gonna be collaborating a bit with both mostly the director but also with the camera operator. So basically, you're the one who's going to be basically coming up with the whole vision of that.
I'm okay for whatever one.
Okay. Well, I'm just thinking about which one, because you and Courtney are the only ones so far who haven't got a role in it. So I'm just
Yeah.
trying to figure out which one either you would be best for, really. Because honestly, both of you do seem suitable for the roles, and it just basically on like how much work you guys are willing to do for each of them, really.
What are the spare roles?
The last two roles are producer, lighting, and location manager. But lighting and location manager are basically the same kind of role. So I'm just wondering
Oh, okay.
which one which either you or Luke should be best for.
I
Okay.
don't mind it, I will.
Yeah, same. I don't mind if you You can pick if you want.
Luke, I think, well, from my experience, you definitely know a lot about the technical side of things. So you know a lot about basically like how you want it to look. So I think, and where you want the backgrounds to be. So I think I'm gonna let you be the lighting and location manager, if that's okay with you.
Yeah,
And
that's fine.
Courtney, since you like the last year when we were in level 2, you were a very good producer when we were doing our fictional film project. So I think you would be best for doing the producer since you do have expertise on that. Really, if that's okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Okay. So it's official. Farhad, you're the director. Courtney, you're the producer. Tabea, you're the camera operator. Luke, you're the lighting and location manager, and I'm
Yeah.
in charge of props, costumes, talent, and
Yup.
talent and coordinator.
Yep, I'm happy with that.
Alright? Oh, alright, that should do it. Okay.
We all have our roles now, that's good.
Yeah. Anything else we need to do?
I'm just wondering, does that...
Sorry,
does-
I was just on the phone to Tracy. Are you guys wondering if you have to do anything else?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to just confirm who's going to research what now, so you can have a meeting on Wednesday and finalise your idea. So, you know that list I sent you? I think it is, if you look on your task sheet, let's see, it says, right, so you do not have to settle on one idea, but you need to agree on key ideas to develop. Allocate research to be undertaken by each group member. Okay, all right, talk to you later.
yeah. Bye.
Okay.
Bye. No, hang on 1 second.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later, Tracy, okay? All right, bye. Bye.
Oh,
Damn.
Right, okay. So can you hear me?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So it says a specific group member will research, and then you can obviously do any of the following: choreography, music performance, studio lighting, design, effects, location, editing techniques, text on screen, if you wanted to consider using that, costumes, information and guidance on your production role. Everyone should do a bit of research into their production role, by the way. Images for inspiration or any information about the topic you're exploring. So you need to talk about who's going to do what in terms of research.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Could I just have a summary of who is doing what roles, please?
I'm the director.
Okay.
Farhad's the director.
Yeah.
Courtney's the producer. Toiba is the camera operator. Luke is working on lighting and locations, and I will be in charge of the props, costumes, and trying to find the talent for piece.
Costumes and talent. Okay. Right. Okay. And I just had an idea because I was impressed, Toyba, that you were very assertive and you said straight away, "I want to do camera." And I believe you said that you did that. You did say that first. And then Far had also expressed an interest in doing camera, but it is an option. I was just considering it if you wanted to share the role of director and camera and swap. Now it's up to you, or you can keep your defined roles. It's up to you. Do you want to partner up on them, or do you want to stay in two separate roles?
I want to stay separate.
Okay. All right then. Farhad's happy with that?
Yeah.
That's what you've decided. Okay, so Farhad, director, Courtney, producer, Toba, camera, Luke, lighting and locations, and
Yep.
Lewis, props, costumes, talent. Okay?
Yeah.
Lovely. So it's only for you now to decide what's your key ideas and who's going to do some research so that on Wednesday you can kind of pin down your ideas and finalise your ideas. Okay.
Yeah. Should we just match up our things with the roles then?
Yeah, let's have a look at the list properly, and if you have the document set up on your screens, but also have the Microsoft team on the other half of the screen. That way we can easily have a look at it. Okay. All right. Let's see. Ah, okay. And research, choreography, music performance, studio lighting design and effects, locations, editing techniques, text on screen effects, costumes, and info and guidance on your allocated production role. It, in, info about the topic, and also images for inspiration. Okay. So judging by all that information, some of that definitely fits into already with our specific roles that we got already. Like Luke, you're definitely going to be
I
doing
need
some
to get
research.
a charger. 1 second, lads.
Okay.
Yeah, carry on.
All right, Luke, you're going to be working on the studio lights
Yeah.
research. So make sure you make a note of that.
So studio lighting, design and effects.
Yeah, just make sure. And
Yeah.
also do some notes about location manager, like what exactly they do and why that role is so significant for a production. Not right now, but just make sure you don't actually research it yet. Just make a few notes about it. That way you'll be able to remember once we're finished with the meeting. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Now, editing techniques that can be used for a director really, because a lot of directors always edited their own projects or productions really, so it can be something that. Farhad, are you still listening?
Yep, I'm back.
Yeah, okay. That can editing techniques can be something that you can possibly do a bit of research on, but is there anything else that anybody else wants to think would match to a specific role, like any of this other research at all?
Yeah, costumes. So costumes, props and talent.
Yeah, that's gonna be for me.
Images for inspiration, maybe, with like the director or the producer.
Mm-hmm.
Locations for me. That's yeah, location.
Now, I'm just wondering about like, are we gonna be doing something like choreography and music performance? Really, like how are we gonna actually film this? Like, are we gonna have to worry about stuff like choreography, like people dancing or people actually like lip syncing or singing along to the actual music? Really?
I'm not sure.
Farhad, Courtney,
I'm not sure as well, to be honest.
Courtney.
Hmm?
I'm just wondering, like, for choreography and music performance, are we going to be including that in our videos, really? Because I'm just asking you and Farhad, really, because you guys will be in charge of this, really. So it is your decision on whether or not you guys actually want to include this in our piece.
Wait, because as the producer, I basically will do things like the scripts and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Dance. I don't know, because it's a pretty funky song, so.
That's what I was thinking as well.
I'm not sure, because I feel like the lyrics of the song would be best suited if we just kind of show a.
Two people.
Like, not a performance, just
Yeah.
an actual narrative playing out. Because because the lyrics are linear as well. They tell a story start to finish. And I don't know. I don't think a dance routine would be needed, but
Yeah.
I suppose it would be. I suppose it would be cool for like the last chorus or something.
There's not really much to like explain the song if we did have like a dance routine.
Yeah,
Like
just
in the music video, the artist was sitting on a chair. She wasn't really doing much
Yeah, true.
throughout the video. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's
I
not.
feel
It's
like
not.
I feel like there's not even enough energy for a dance, to be honest. Like it's the lyrics are like a conversation.
We should probably just need like 2 people
Yeah,
to like act.
but we also need to make sure we try to do it differently than how it is in the music video, don't you think?
Yeah, we need to make it unique.
Exactly.
But yeah,
So as long as she's not sitting on my chair, we should be
Yeah.
fine.
probably be dancing or something.
Yeah. And as for locations, I definitely think we don't want to have too much to worry about, like doing it like in all these different locations and stuff. But I think for the most part, we should definitely film it like mostly in either the TV studio and at college, don't you think?
Yeah, I got a question. Are there gonna be dancers in the video? Like, are there gonna be people dancing?
I don't think we'll need it.
That's what choreography is.
Yeah,
Oh.
we just
And we
discussed that.
basically just said that we don't need that.
So
Yeah, we don't.
so we will have like actual video, right? Of like, but what are we gonna have a video of? That's what we need to start thinking about.
We just said probably like 2 people.
No,
Yeah.
That's what we've been discussing this whole time.
I'm just trying to get like more further into it with you. But if you guys want to stay there, then that's fine.
Well, as
But
a
yeah,
song, as a sad song, right?
yeah, that's
It's
what I'm
like a
just
sad
Exactly.
song of a high energy.
Exactly.
I don't think we need dancing in it.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but I feel
definitely
like
not.
in the background there could be people dancing, and then the main actress being like emotionless. I don't know, like she wasn't showing any emotion in the video.
Who's gonna be dancing though? You?
No, we can get people. Whoever's on talent costumes and that.
Talent
I don't
costume.
think we're going to be able to get outside talent this year though because of COVID.
Yeah, that's
So
the only
I
problem.
don't think any of us are going to be able to dance, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Unless
I'm
any of you are secretly professional dancers.
Yeah, I think there is. I think there is.
Bro, I
Yeah.
took dance, yeah, and I failed it, yeah.
No.
Okay.
Mhm.
Any secret dances here? I would
Fuad,
like
are
to.
you a dancer by any chance? You're really suggesting it, that's all.
No, I'm really just trying to find out if we got any hidden talent here. That's all really. I'm pretty sure there is, and no one's really saying.
Oh, okay, maybe we'll find out. We can
Yeah,
dance.
we'll do like a little attempt.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, there's that out the window.
Sorry, I had to step out your group meeting for a little while. Have you decided who will look at potential locations?
Choose the location manager.
Yeah, I think I'm doing that. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So maybe get the ball rolling with that, Luke. Have you got any ideas about where you visualize the setting?
Yeah. Yeah, it could start in like a park or something. I don't know.
Why a park? Couldn't we do it in someone's house?
Whose house?
But I mean,
Whose house?
a park
I
kind
don't
of
know.
makes a park
Think
kind of makes sense if
visually-
it's like a breakup or something. A park kind of
Yeah.
makes sense because they would be just kind of hanging out together on like a day or something.
A
And
day.
Yeah,
then-
but the first lyrics are literally that she woke up in an empty bed.
Wake
Yeah.
up in
Oh
a-
wait, yeah.
What about actually it wakes up in an empty bench?
I think I was more
Oh my
thinking about.
God.
Yeah.
I think I was more thinking about the second birth there.
But remember, you can also have it quite abstract. You could have it in the studio and just a bed in the middle of the studio, black background and spotlight on it. Or when you're thinking about backgrounds, think visually what looks interesting and what will look really good. So you might want to go for something quite industrial, a look to it, and something a little bit, or like brick walls that are look quite kind of urban. So,
Yeah.
or quirky rather than just your bog standard park with some dog walkers in the background, can sometimes look a little bit
Weird.
not great. Okay,
Yeah.
so do really think and push yourself, because the location can change it a lot. And you always need more shots than you think and more content than you think. So come with lots and lots of ideas and then you'll have enough. Okay?
Yeah.
That's my advice to you. So are you there in terms of, do you need to allocate any more tasks out to people before Wednesday?
Wait, what are we exactly supposed to do before Wednesday?
Basically,
So
just
Wednesday you're going to be having your next production meeting, and you have to really finalize your idea and be clear on what is going to be in your music video, and then it's starting to get all the parts together, so you can bring everything together, planned, ready to film.
So what was all the things that we all individually will have to research?
So, for example, if several of you or one of you has lots of images and say, this is the kind of shot I'm thinking about, if Luke turns up and he says, right, here's some photographs of this location, this potential location that I've narrowed down, or here's some studio lighting effects that I think we could use and would look really nice in the studio. It might be certain props, or it might be something. Courtney, I've been really impressed with your interpretations and ideas, and kind of some abstract ideas. You know, something that you might bring to the table as a quite a different idea. But it's all of you bringing. You've discussed your initial ideas. Now it's thinking about them and having a couple of days to think about them and bring some content, and then share what you've come up with, and then pin down on Wednesday. Right, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Okay, Courtney? So it can take the form of videos, examples from other videos. It can take the form of photographs of actual locations.
What do we actually write on our Wix
shot idea photos. So yeah, any of those things can go up on your Wix sites as production
what we actually meant to
research.
write?
So you'll say, here is an image that screenshot I took from a music video. I really like this lighting effect. I think this is something we could recreate in our video. Or here is, a photograph of a road that's close to me, or a pathway, and I think we could film on this pathway. Here is an editing technique tutorial that I came across. It does this jump edit effect that I really like. We could utilize this, or this mirror effect, because of the dual idea I had. So whatever it might be, you're presenting it, and then you're telling us how does that give you an idea for your video. Do you understand, Courtney?
I think so.
Okay. Right, if you need any other clarification, just stay on the line, okay? Right. Are you guys concluded, or do you need to discuss a bit further what specific things people are going to do?
I mean, I don't know. I feel all right.
Does everybody know what they need to go off and look for and try and gather and investigate, so that they can come back with more developed ideas for Wednesday?
Yeah.
No, can you repeat that one more time, please?
So I'm just saying, I want everyone to leave the call and leave the meeting being clear what they've got to go and research, so they can develop their ideas and be able to talk and decide on Wednesday.
So
what you need to do.
Well, I need to think about plot, basically.
Yeah, plot and scenarios. What's the scene? What's happening in the scene?
Okay.
Miss, what about me as a director?
Again, it would be shot ideas, styles of shot, how they look. It could be colours and themes in terms of how you bring that in terms of costumes. It could be jotting down sketching out different shot ideas. It could be taking video, short clips from other videos that give examples of the kind of thing that you would like to recreate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any of those things, but you need to present it and you need to explain what it is and how that links to ideas for your video.
That's fine.
Okay. So at 4 p.m, I'd like you back on Teams just to summarise what you've managed to do. and those things that I asked you at the start of the meeting, just to make sure that basically the tasks that are on my the sheet I emailed you this morning. Get your music track on the website, get your lyric analysis on your Wix website, do some artist research and some notes for the production meeting of your ideas. Could you please make sure that all goes onto your Wix site?
Yeah.
And also, Lewis, if you would kindly do a mind map up once you're happy, you've kind of got an overview of everything that's been discussed. Could you send that to everybody in the group?
Yeah. Also, Farhad, I did come up with some short types that we could possibly use, but I'll mention that, like, I'll message to them use on Teams just in case you're interested, and I'll also put them on the document and my mat in case you want to use them.
Yeah.
And it's probably worth you having a group and a separate group to the class group of having group chat so that you can keep abreast of things.
Would this
All right.
be for 4?
Yeah.
Will we be in a whole group or just us 5?
That would be the 5 of you.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Just to start one. Any questions before I go and before you go?
No questions.
No questions. Luke, I do need to speak to you though, one-to-one. And
Yeah.
I'm going to stop the video recording now of the meeting, and then obviously you need to get a copy of that uploaded. It's very big though, so we might do that on Wednesday. All right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then. All right. I'll speak to you all at 4 o'clock. You
Yeah.
now need to go and start gathering research, production research, anything that's going to develop, express, communicate your ideas, and help you to pin down your music video idea. All right. Good luck.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you at 4.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Luke, if you can stay
Yeah,
online.
I'll stay.